Hello YouTube, this is just a follow-up video of the side-by-side World War II shotgun made by Germany. I wanted to correct a few things on the proofing. I did more research and I was wrong on a couple of them, and I actually found out what one of them was. Um, but I just wanted to show you guys that I cleaned up the stock. I cleaned up that orange sticky stuff as best as I could using a copper penny on the face of the gun and stuff, and cleaned up the barrels. There was some rust on it, and I took the whole thing apart. And as I was doing that, getting to the screws, I realized that somebody has been in there before, because some of the screws had, if you put a screwdriver on these things, you have to have the exact size screwdriver, because if the screwdriver is too small for the little like that, if it's a little too small this way and you don't push hard on it, the screwdriver can slip and it can damage these engraved screws. So I noticed that somebody has been in there before, and as I mentioned, the stock on this thing was cracked. And originally the crack was from, here, you can see the crack down there. And I didn't realize how far into the gun it went. So when I took everything apart, it's cracked from over here, as I was showing you, all the way to the front. And it's cracked directly in the center all the way back here. So it's a really bad crack. And as I took it apart, like I said, and got in there, I saw that somebody had tried fixing it before with glue or some kind of epoxy or something, and that didn't work. So um, I called a few gunsmiths around the country. Some of them have been doing this for 50 plus years, older guys. They were giving me, various options of it's not worth fixing, keep the old stock, have a new one made, send it to a gunsmith, and it'd probably be like $1,000, so they say, to match this one, or just put it as a wall hanger, uh, etc. Some people were saying it couldn't be fixed. Um, those are the ones that kind of annoy me, when people say that something can't be done. So they may have more experience than me in some things like that, but I've done a lot of things in my life where people said that you can't do it, and I've done it. So I don't have $1,000 to replace the stock, and I don't have near $1,000 to have somebody fix it themselves. So I attempted doing it myself. So this is what I did, and some of you guys may frown upon this, but it's not finished yet. So when I flip it over, I just want to show you. I have some. I'll just show you right here. So as you can see, I drilled into the side of the stock, and the reason why I did that is because somebody had epoxied it before without drilling it and using dowels, and that clearly didn't work. So when I had the gun apart, I put a wedge in between the crack to split it open so I could get the epoxy inside. Obviously drill the holes first, and each of these holes are in really thick, like bearing positions. Especially the one up here. It's right at the nose of the inside of the gun, and this one right here as well. And then that one, and these are all where the cracked areas are. And then I probably didn't have to do these two, but I decided to anyway because I didn't want the crack to continue, going around. And as you see, I did drill them away from the checkering. Um, but like I said, this is not done yet. And I used wooden dowels, and if they break, I can always drill them out and use like brass dowels or something. But I decided to try wooden ones first. I do have walnut plugs coming because this is walnut, I believe, and I'm gonna drill the dowel down a little bit, and hammer the walnuts in there. And I got some boiled linseed oil, and I'm gonna try to match this as best as I can. If the linseed doesn't work, then I'll try to stain it this color. You'll still see them, but it won't be like it is right now. So for all you people, if you think that I devalued the gun, maybe. But it's my gun to devalue, and I just don't have the money to fix it properly. So this is the way I knew how to do it, and that's the way I did it. So, but Anyway, as you can see, when this moves, you can see the screw that's damaged right there. See all the scratches and stuff on it? And you can also see the side of this, where somebody, I guess, didn't hold this open enough, so they kind of scratched that. I'm thinking that you could probably sand the screw and then harden or color case it by with a torch and dipping in oil to get it back to that black color. I think you can do that. I've actually seen a video where this older gunsmith did that. Um, the internals were not in that great a shape, actually. These triggers, when you pull them, I think it might be. When you pull these triggers, as you can see, it works now. When you pull the triggers, there's a trigger lever in here that they sit on top of, or that sits on top of the triggers. One of the levers was, well, both of them were still attached, but one of them was like literally hanging off. The other one had a crack in it, so that's not good. So I had to actually get my welder out and weld them and file it down. So those work now and they're strong. The safety spring is broken. The safety still works, but the safety spring is broken, and I have one coming in the mail. It's from a 1900 Remington. It looks identical. So, but here's the engraving again. You can see some of that orange is still on there. I don't know what that is, but it was really sticky and hard to get off, but a penny polished it pretty well. More of the engravings. So let me take the gun apart real quick. 1 second. Bear with me here. So I wanted to show you guys this. Oops, sorry. I don't know if you can see this, but I was wrong on some of these proofs. The upper proof is, of course, 16 gauge. The second one is 70 millimeter, which is 2 3/4. So you can use modern ammunition. And the third proof is a Imperial Eagle. You can't really see it, but it's an N. And originally I said it meant Nazi. Well, that was me thinking, Nazi. But the N means nitro. So that Imperial Eagle was used in 1939 to 1945. They changed them after the war in 1950 to a different shape. But the N means that it can use modern ammunition. So the other seal underneath that is the crest for the place that it was built, and which is the city of Seoul. And the last one, 242, is the date code, so February 1942. A lot of German guns will have these 3 date codes on here, and that's actually like a build number. But I have seen about 6 of these Gustav work side-by-side shotguns, and they all have 3 numbers, or they have 4, and they all go from 0 to 12. So that is the date code, because there are no other stampings anywhere else on this gun, and even on the ones that I've seen online, and they all have the same order of stamps. It's just like 4 or 5, and that's it. So another cool thing is when I took the gun apart, of course, serial numbers, the barrel matches this, and I did find a few more engravings there. It might be hard to see, but there's a G up there with another nitro-proof stamping. But yeah, every single part was engraved with a serial number, be it the whole serial number or just the last 3 digits, so everything matches. But yeah, everything works now. I just got to fix the dowels. Everything is polished, clean. I fixed the triggers. Everything works now. Just waiting for the ammunition to come in the mail so I can shoot it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to clarify were the engravings. I got all messed up. It's not a Nazi gun. It was just built in World War II. Based on the engravings, someone of higher stature probably owned this gun, a rich person, or maybe it could have been an officer. Who knows? But I just wanted to clarify that all for you. So hope you guys learned something, and thank you very much.